I'm so glad my mom taught me this. Mama, shout out to you. You guys. We just entered Cancer season. Shout out to all my Cancers. Today is the first day of Cancer season and I could just feel it. I'm tapped in, you guys. I'm tapped in. If you don't know, Cancer season is right at the beginning of summer and it's all about feminine energy. That's how I see it. Your heart space, love, family, your deepest connections, those that you hold closest to you, and who you appreciate the most in your life. The people that we hold dearest to us and their importance in our life. Everyone in your life that's meaningful, everyone that has made a big impact in your life, the people that you have in your life right now, they hold so much meaning for you. And so Cancer season is the time that this is what's going to come into the light the most for us as a collective, is like the relationships that mean the most to you. And it's all about family, your soul tribe, friendships. If you think about summertime, it's about taking those road trips and all that good stuff, right? So having fun together, celebrating as a community, but more so, whereas we just left Gemini season, which was all about, oh my gosh, Gemini season was intense. You guys, tell me how many rabbit holes did you go down intellectually during Gemini season, because there's just so much to learn and know about, especially with social media. So it was intense. Okay, well, Cancer season is a beautiful break from that, all that mental activity. Cancer is a water sign, so this is about your emotions, your feminine energy, how you feel. And Cancer is represented by the crab, so it might seem hard and tough on the outside, but I view it as being choosy on who you allow into your inner circle, into your heart, who you truly resonate with and cherish on your journey. Today, I wanted to share with you something my mom taught me that I really appreciate now as an adult. Shout out to you, Mama, if you're watching this video. I love you. And me and my mom have had an interesting relationship growing up. You know, when you have a spiritual awakening or when you start doing inner work on yourself, you start healing. So many things are going to come up from childhood, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I think that so many of us can just be so tough on our parents because guess what? They weren't perfect. Maybe they didn't do everything right. But the chosen ones, the light workers, the leaders, the innovators, the influencers, it's like we're here to do things differently and we're bringing new perspectives, but at the same time, there's so much beauty that your parents probably gave you. And so this is a beautiful time to tap into your heart space and appreciate the things that they did do right. And maybe you won't even understand it until later, because see, like, God, the divine, is overseeing everything, right? So there's meaning behind not only the people in your life, but the role that they played for you. Even if it seemed bad, if it seemed right, it's all perfect pieces to your puzzle, your life journey. You're meant to grow and learn, right? Okay, well, I wanted to share with you today because it's been on my heart. Something my mom taught me, and it's changed me for the better, especially as a woman. Okay, so in this time, feminine issues are really going to be at the forefront in society, in the collective, in our hearts, in our energy, because this is the time that we're in. It's so funny when people are like, when I talk about astrology, sometimes some people just think about their horoscope. Like you're at the grocery store looking through those magazines when we were kids, flipping to see like, what is the horoscope like? Like, no, it's so much deeper than that. So if you know, you know. But yeah, so we're going to start seeing feminine topics, feminine issues come into focus in this beginning part of summer. So feminine issues, birth control, sex, women's freedom, feminism, beauty, love, our relationships will be highlighted, right? Our family relationships as well, our mothers, things like that. Okay, so something my mom taught me, I want to share it with you, and I'm so glad she did. But see, my past self didn't know this. Even at the beginning of my healing journey, I didn't appreciate it, but now I do. Okay, Mom, drop me a comment if you're watching this video. I know you're sneaky with it sometimes, like you watching this. Okay, even if she's not, I hope this can help you in some way. So one way that my mom raised me was that she never told me that I was pretty, and she never told me that I was beautiful. Okay? Mother to daughter. She never would say those words. And when I look back on this and how I felt growing up, well, I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel beautiful. And I've shared this with you guys before, but it's made such a beautiful impact in my life. Okay, so most people, myself included, I tell my daughter that she's beautiful. I want her to value herself and things like this, but let me tell you why this actually worked to my benefit. Okay, my mom would never tell me that I'm beautiful, that I'm pretty. She never focused on how I looked physically. And growing up, I had no idea. I did not consider myself beautiful. In fact, I felt like an ugly duckling. Okay, so I've shared with you guys before about growing up in the type of elementary school I grew up in, why that didn't work out for me. I'll link videos down below, like how to feel confident in your own skin, right? So somebody might think that this is cruel, because why wouldn't you nourish your daughter and help her to build her self-esteem by reassuring her that she is physically beautiful in a world that values beauty, in a world where women are praised for their looks. You know, men value beauty, women value beauty. Our society values beauty, physical beauty, so much so whether someone's considered beautiful or not, why wouldn't you just tell your daughters that they're beautiful? But she didn't do this, right? So then as I'm growing up, I remember specifically a couple of times where she said it. It stood out to me because she didn't say it too often. Now, why did this work in my benefit? And this is what I want to share with you today. How this worked in my benefit, you guys, was that I was not focused on looks growing up. And I think that this is important, especially as a woman. I was focused on my brain, smarts, intelligence, my classwork, my schoolwork, learning. I didn't put the focus on how I looked. I focused on things of substance. Now we're all different. We have different interests and things like that. I love aesthetics, for example, and designing things, interior design, designing t-shirts, things like that. You know, I have an Etsy shop. I love makeup even. I love music. So I'm a very creative person, but it just allowed me to focus on things besides how I looked. So this is how it benefited me. I'm grateful that she didn't tell me that I was beautiful all the time. It also served me because it didn't blow up my head. Like I learned how to build confidence, real confidence. Okay, so when I look out into the world today, it's pretty crazy because society is so hell-bent on physical beauty, people are going to extreme lengths to try to become more beautiful. Women specifically, they're going to get plastic surgery, they're plumping up their lips, they're injecting their face, they're getting fake booties or liposuction or breast implants, or it goes on and on and on. Wearing wigs, wearing even makeup, maybe too much makeup, it's all up to you. I'm not here to tell you how to live, but it's just become extreme. Okay, so by my mom not telling me I'm beautiful and pretty all the time, that wasn't the focus. See, those plastic surgeries, that's not what's going to help you feel confident, not for real. So why did it work in my favor? Thank you, Mom, for not telling me I was beautiful, because I learned through a long journey how to build real confidence, and it has nothing to do with how I look. Okay, so ladies, if you're watching this, encourage your daughters in other ways. Build real confidence, and this is what I love to share with you on this channel. You know, that's why I tell you, I feel good from the inside out. It's not about how you physically look, but get your glow up on though. If you want to drop weight, become healthier, I'm all for health, like really, really glowing, gut health, you know, holistic health. being in tune with nature, being in tune with your emotions, allowing yourself to feel, being wild and free in your feminine energy, being brilliant, being smart, being creative authentically, not relying on GPT to get your creative ideas, not feeling like not trusting yourself, not feeling capable, right? So an inner glow, inner confidence, it's not about how you physically look. It's not about how much concealer you're putting on your face or how many likes you get. It's not even about how much money is in your bank account. Inner confidence is trusting your soul, trusting your ability, knowing you're enough as you are, but not just enough, radiant, brilliant, exuberant, and unique. One of one, you're rare. You're a rare expression of the divine. So yes, how you physically look, but your soul's imprint, you have talents that only you can do. You have something to bring to this world just by simply existing in your authenticity, not trying to risk your life on a table to get sliced open. And what trips me out the most about plastic surgery, ladies, and I'm talking about this because I'm seeing it everywhere. Like Gemini season took me on a crazy rabbit holes, and then it's pushed in our face too. So it's like we're seeing so-called sex icons, like Sabrina Carpenter comes to mind, and people are into rage and trying to, women are being exploited and they're making money from it. And so don't look to pop stars or things like this to inspire you, because they're going to steer you in the wrong direction. That's not what builds confidence. Getting a BBL and having a bunch of guys like your picture because you're twerking or in a tight thong or bathing suit or tight booty shorts, like yoga pants, close-ups, but you're supposedly at the gym. Like, we're not dumb, and that's not gonna actually make you feel confident. Like a bunch of guys or women liking those reels or pictures, or getting an OnlyFans account and making money. Like, money does not equate to confidence, and outer beauty also does not equate to confidence. So don't go risk your life for plastic surgery to get validation from other people who don't even care about you. Because if somebody is praising how you physically look because you got plastic surgery, that's not even the real you. And why should you care what they think? Like, they don't actually care about you. They don't care what that does to your health and to your mental health and to your heart, to your spirit, right? So we want to learn how to really feel beautiful, and it's an inside job. And this is why I'm grateful now. Like, when I first started my healing journey, I was like, dang, I wish my mom would have helped me with my self-esteem, with my confidence, to feel more love for myself, self-love, right? Which is what I teach you guys here, the things I've learned, but it actually worked in my favor. It's not about how you physically look. And I'm glad she didn't waste her time telling me that all the time, because then I learned how to build real confidence. Okay, what's the second thing? Okay, I'm kind of going in. It is what it is, though. I love to keep it raw and honest, and it's interesting when you're your authentic self. Sometimes it can cause polarity. Some people love you, some people don't like you, but that has nothing to do with you. So just speak your truth regardless. Okay, and I'm here to share with you what I really think, right? Not sugarcoat it. So things my mama told me, my mom taught me this, and it worked in my benefit. What's the second way that it worked in my benefit? My mom never told me that I was beautiful or pretty all the time. It worked to my benefit because there's this other idea floating around society among women, amongst women, where women are focusing on beauty, and they're teaching other women how to essentially catch a man through your looks, be more ladylike, and maybe don't eat, get really skinny, or maybe get plastic surgery, talk to him like this, and it's harmful to women. Because I grew up not thinking, by my mom not telling me that I was pretty all the time, the thought of trying to catch a man because of how I look, for a man to take care of me financially, That is just something that has never crossed my mind. That is not how I was raised, and that's not, and I'm so grateful for that. Okay, so it worked to my benefit because I trust in my capability as an individual to follow my dreams on this earth, to explore my talents, to contribute to society in a meaningful way that feels good to me and serves everyone else. Like, I wasn't focused on trying to catch a man. Like, my value is not tied to whether or not I'm in a relationship with a man. Okay, but when you put too much focus on how you look, who are you doing this for? A lot of times it's for men, like to get a man to come to you. Now, when we talk about healthy self-esteem and how you physically look, I want you to do those things for you. Do your self-care for you. Take care of your body, exercise for you. Wear the clothes you like. Express yourself. Make yourself feel pretty. Wear the makeup you like and things like that for you. But also know that you're not just a thing. You're not just arm candy. You're not just a doll for a man to say, serve me, woman, you woman. Like, no. Now, there are feminine roles and masculine roles that we can play on earth and tap into. Sometimes we do want to be taken care of, and you should be serving your man, and relationships are a whole different thing to talk about. But I'm glad that my mom didn't just focus on telling me I was pretty all the time, because it helped me know that how I look is not what is of value in this world. Okay, so it's not just about how men perceive me or how women perceive me, what they can see with their eyes. No, it's about who I am within, and that being expressed on the outside. So how I do my hair, how I style myself, what I like to do, all of it is me. And I'm not performing it. I'm not doing it to gain other people's approval or catch a partner or whatever else, you know? You're allowed to just be you. So the way I was raised wasn't to appease a man. And I'm grateful for that. See, my mom, she's a boss. And people might have their ideas about that, negative or positive. There's pros and cons to everything. But what she taught me through her own example is that she's capable and she's powerful in so many ways. She has the strength of a mother, but she's also a boss in her career, and she's a leader, and she uses her intelligence and her talents, and she's built a very successful life for herself. She never relied on a man to do that. Now, she's been married for over 25 years or whatever the case might be, but she has a healthy relationship with my stepdad, but she didn't lose her sense of self. So in a sense, she has the best of all worlds. Like, she is super successful in her career. She's also a mother with 3 children. She cooked dinner every single night. She's in a happy marriage. She takes care of herself and she has fun. Like, she has a brilliant social life. And she's a queen in her own right. Now, I'm not saying she's perfect, but I'm just so grateful. Like, she never just told me I was pretty all the time or beautiful. That was not the focus in our household. It was like on everything but that. And it ended up serving me in so many ways, because now she showed me and she taught me to look within myself for confidence, for success, to see what do I actually value about myself besides how I look. Okay? And it's beautiful, because as you start to really love yourself and your unique self inside, and you go within, you start to make your inner world rich. And that's what's actually valuable in this world, okay? Not just how you physically look. So I hope this video helped you in some way. The things my mom taught me that I'm so grateful for. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'm sending you so much love, power, healing on your journey. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to call your mom or give her a hug today. Thank her. What's something that she taught you? I'll see you next time.